Hey there guys, welcome back to another awesome video, and it's time for another unboxing. And I'm gonna tell you right off the bat, guys, this is a long overdue unboxing that I've had for quite a while. And also, right off the gate, the other thing is, it's kind of already in packaged. I mean, not in package, but it's out of the package. So, more or less an unboxing, but I did decide to do something very creative with this video. And bear in mind, this is coming to you guys recorded, the date that I'm shooting this right now is March 22nd. This will be scheduled sometime in April, so bear in mind, I may or may not have a strobe light by next month, so I'm still working out lighting issues, stuff like that, technical difficulties in between, all that fun stuff and more. So apologies on that in case I do have a strobe light within a month or not. Whatever happens, happens. But I figured, besides giving you guys, like, I guess, an unboxing, a showcase kind of thing, I figured let's do a little, just an overall comparison so far. And just to give you guys my Morpher comparison, pretty much. So, to start off, let's look at what I unboxed, which was the Jungle Fury Wolf Morpher from Power Rangers Jungle Fury. So, well, technically it's Jungle Fury, but I got the Japanese version of it. I forgot what the Super Sentai show is called. I forget some of them, so I'm sorry if I don't know them all. I know some, and then still learning a little bit of Super Sentai in between a little bit. But although I will say I do know a bit about Kyuranger, so a little more on that later. But this was the packaging it came in. If you know Japanese, good for you guys. If you can read it, it's just giving you instructions on what you do with it. And I have the instructions somewhere, but I think this is just the instructions itself. So you get a nice little thing like that. Shows you all the lighting effects. And I gotta tell you, it's in good quality. Like, this, not only is the packaging in good quality, but the Morpher itself is in phenomenal quality. Like, look at this beauty. It has that nice gold shine to it. The purple's just excellent. Like, I love how it is. And in terms of, like, wrist Morphers, this might be my favorite. But we'll compare the other two Morphers, and maybe we'll do another Morpher comparison thing once I have more Morphers and have a bigger selection of Morphers. But anyways, so we have the little wrist thing here. So obviously you put it on, and we'll turn it on, we'll activate it, we'll show it off a little bit. I'll show off the little details it can do, and all its glory. And I love it. And plus, one, Jungle Fury being one of my favorite Power Rangers series, and two, RJ is one of my favorite Power Rangers. And that may be a popular opinion or unpopular opinion. You guys let me know in the comment section. But let's activate this thing. Ready? Now this part is really cool. So you're able to open it up like that, and it does all sorts of sound effects like you're fighting off, shooting water off, punch, kick, duck, blocking, all that stuff. Because it's motion. Like, it senses, it's a motion sensor, which, that's a nice feature to do. And it might get annoying for some of you guys, but honestly, I think it's kind of cool. I think it's creative that it does that sort of thing for you. So yeah, but bear in mind that, and I don't think it's annoying, honestly, but if you do find it annoying, I'm sorry. But it's interesting. This is probably one of the very rare Morphers I've seen, merchandise-wise, that actually allow you to do, like, sensor, and it moves with each motion you make. But that's not all this bad boy can do. You see here, what you can tell, well, I don't know if you can tell or not, is a little, like, spot by the ear where it moves. So you click it, like, I'm thinking this is more of probably the Sentai show. Like, I know this happens a little bit in Jungle Fury, but I think this is more of a Sentai thing, is when this happens. This little bell goes off. It's cool. It's like a knockout. Like as if, I think the Super Sentai version of RJ, or the Purple Ranger, or the Wolf Ranger, or the Violet Ranger is more like a, kind of like a knockout KO, like, boxer type fighter almost style, which makes sense since a lot of his moves and gestures in Jungle Fury are a little like kind of like his fists are up here, more uppercuts, more of those movements, and more of those, like, bob and weave sort of, I guess, motions. So I guess that's just my assumption. But, so, it kind of makes sense that all of a sudden it's like, KO! So, but it's even better when you do this. Because just like in the show, whichever one it is, Super Sentai or in Jungle Fury, opens up. You don't have the little button you press. Well, actually, you do technically, but it's not this little thing here. What you do here is this. It's cool. I love it, honestly. Because you do the little wolf howling because his spirit is a wolf. But this is the cool part. This reminds me of Jungle Fury, and because of this. You press a little button here, and it flashes until you basically take your, it doesn't have to be this specific motion, but you take your fist, your wrist, and you go, like it's a slice, like a slash attack. And I'm gonna play this again real quick so that way you guys missed it. And it's like Wolf Morpher, Spin Fury! And it does the whole sound effects like explosion, laser attack, whatever thing. Because it reminds me a little bit of that Spin Fury that RJ does, where he takes out the mouth open, presses his button, and then just ricochets a laser, a spiraling laser at the opponent, and it causes obviously an explosion. So that I think is nice. It may not be the exact thing saying Wolf Morpher, Spin Fury, but it's cool either way. So the reason why I gotta say this is probably my favorite wrist morpher, because it fits obviously on the wrist. Because, since we're doing a morpher comparison, this is more or less a wrist morpher. Like, yeah, it fits your wrist, but this covers your entire hand. And so, in case you aren't aware of this, this is the Kyuranger morpher. This is the Seiza Blaster. I did an unboxing of this probably like a month ago, or a couple months ago, or something like that, maybe weeks ago. Give or take, definitely prior to when I got the Wolf Morpher, because I got that early March, late February, something like that. I don't remember. But I did an unboxing edition. You guys should definitely go check that out later after this video. I'll have an annotation of that later at the end. And then please go show some more support so that way I can maybe get more likes on it. And then that way I can maybe do a little like video on Supernova, Power Ranger Supernova. That might still happen, or maybe it may not, or my thoughts on it. If you're interested in that possibility, go check that out. Give it at least 10 likes and then I'll do a video on that. But anyways, so the difference is obviously it's on your wrist, but it goes down your hand to your wrist and almost to your arm. Even though like the blaster I think is supposed to be bigger in the show, and it's obviously more or less like around the wrist, but for the toy, for the merchandise, for the collectible here you get, it's more for this. And also, one more thing to point out. Yes, it has a nice little jingle, but something I noticed recently I discovered with the Seiza Blaster that you can do. That's kind of interesting. I just discovered it. I was like, this was a new feature I didn't even know the thing could do. So, I think it's this, if I remember correctly. No, it's not it. No, it's the other one. It's, if I remember correctly, well, this is the morphing sequence, so you pull the little trigger. It's cool. Still love this thing a lot. Especially how much I really like Kyuranger. But I think it's this way. Galaxy mode, I think it is, or something, which I forgot about completely, to be honest, guys. So I love that, and it's like a move you pull, and then boom. So pretty good. I like it. Still love this thing, but it's more or less not a comparison between these two, but it's more of a comparison between these two, because I know I love the Omega Morpher I have here, and it's my first one, and I tried to do the best I could and worked with it. But I think since I got the Seiza Blaster and this Wolf Morpher, they put this thing to shame. And it's unfortunate a little bit because I love SPD, I love the Omega Ranger, it's one of my favorites too. And I love the throttle, and I love the little things it does in the show. Unfortunately, this is the one that I have that lights up. It doesn't make the sound effects because the batteries or something in the wiring, something along those lines doesn't fit, doesn't work. I tried when I first unboxed this. back at like, was it a year ago? Might have been a year. I don't even remember. Apologies on that. But still fits fine. It's still cool to wear. I will probably still maybe walk around with it. Maybe I'll, if I ever make a Omega Ranger cosplay, I might use this. But I think since I've seen a lot of other people do this, I might just have to, if I don't use this as like a cosplay just display item thing, and it won't be able to make the sound effects or the light up effects that much, I might get the Decamorpher. We'll see. Or I might just get another one here. And I'm not selling this thing. I ain't selling this for shit. So yeah, you're gonna have to give me a high price if you really want this off my wrist. That's for sure. But all jokes aside, still like the Omega Morpher. I tried tweaking up a little bit, giving it, at least painting it a little bit, cleaning it up a little, touching up a little things here and there, especially the blue, because the blue is really faded. Now it's a little bit more cleaner. So there's that. But unfortunately, just the pristine in this Morpher puts that to shame. And because of this Morpher just being the Morpher that it is, puts the Omega Morpher to shame. And I'm not saying anything wrong with the Morphers in general. I'm just saying, just to give you guys a showcase, joking, I guess, comparison. Or not really a joking comparison, but kind of a comparison of like, okay, I'm not saying what Morpher I like best, but I kind of am at the same time. I'm not being biased. But let's face it, look, the quality on these two are a little bit better. But I still enjoy this Morpher, so there's that. But what is your favorite Power Ranger Morpher? Let me know in the comment section. Or what would you say out of the three is your favorite Power Ranger Morpher, or anything related to Power Rangers? Anything that you can let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please smash that button. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I do awesome videos every day, if not every week. Make sure you ring that bell to be notified. Do new videos every day, if not every week. Share the video with your family and friends, all that good stuff and more. Leave some suggestions, as always, too. Feel free. You name it, I'll look into it as soon as I can. I'm not sure what would have been my previous video or what will be my next video, because like I said, this is going to be going up in April when I'm shooting this in March. So might be probably by next month, I might be busy with a bit of online college work or maybe a few other things, and I will be on and off YouTube, like not crazy hectic, like years upon years of not being on YouTube, just kind of like maybe a week, maybe a month. I'll be on and off, kind of going, look, I'm just dealing with priorities, but nothing bad. It's just good stuff happening for me and just doing more prioritizing things and such like that. So I'm not going to be like gone or saying this is it for me sort of thing. So if I'm off for a few weeks or maybe a few days or maybe a month, I'm just doing some prioritizing. That's pretty much it. It's just all in good for myself personally. And it makes me feel a lot better about myself. I'm feeling a lot better in me. So there's that. But I might be probably doing online college work probably within probably in the month of April. And maybe I'm hoping my previous video would have been perhaps, I would say, I'm hoping because I'm going to have this recorded or scheduled, for April 10th, maybe April 12th. I'm hoping the 9th would have been my live collab I do with J&T Inc. So hopefully that maybe happened. I'm not sure. If it did, go check that out. If it didn't, hopefully it happens later soon. So there will be all that stuff and more experimentation going on for the channel as well. So don't worry. You won't be no shy of content or anything original. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.